was doing mixed martial arts. So we're going to go see Halloween Ends Tonight.
Evil dies tonight.
Check this out. Custom lightsaber. It's Gertie the dinosaur. This is so cool. Ah, man, I watch animated shorts. I studied this in college. Oh my goodness, Coco. You couldn't decide which toy you wanted, so you just jumped in that bag. Oh my goodness, you weirdo. Hey guys, guess what? I'm in the garage. And we have AC again. Oh man, it's so nice. It's really chill in here. I really like it. I actually had to turn it off because Papa's going to be in here in a minute to chill with us. But this is the space that we plan on turning into the studio. It looks small, but that's because there's 2 shelves and a dresser drawer in there. If we take all that out and cleaning out, given my rough estimate the size of everything, I think this would actually work really well as the studio set. So my goal is to eventually get this cleaned out so I can start work. Now to do that, I do have to move some other things around. For example, this is some of the stuff that's going to go in there, and then here's the rest of the garage. So it's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but I definitely think it has really solid bones to start working on everything and starting making it into that working space. Now, eventually what I would like to do is get into the rest of the garage, but just having that dedicated spot in here for now will be awesome because I'll do my work here, my grandfather can do his work here, we'll be working together like when I was a little kid and we would hang out in the garage. So it's kind of cool. But I have to go through a bunch of these old toys, and well, there's some really weird finds in here that are pretty cool that I think will be just fun to do. Hey, I found this random thing in my childhood home. So starting off, we have this. This is Energon Hotshot, and I want to say Red Alert, Hotspot, maybe. Anyway, these were the 2 that I played a lot with. I actually really like the idea of Energon's power links, and as a kid, I really liked Energon. I liked Armada, but Cybertron, I love Cybertron, and it's one of the series that I still love the most. It's missing some parts, but I definitely think it'd be really cool to go to a Goodwill. I also found this thing. When I was little, these were everywhere. It's a ball frisbee. Yeah, it's a ball, and then you squish it, and it becomes a frisbee, and then it will randomly pop back into a ball. There you go. And then I also found this. This is kind of cool. So this is a old Korag figure from Power Rangers Mystic Force. You can see it's missing a lot of parts. I'm actually going to throw it away because there's too many parts missing to actually give it away. But this is a knockoff. They never released this in America, and I got this at I don't want to say Goodwill. It may have been a Big Lots or a Dollar General. Either way, just kind of a cool random find. Looking in here, I have some like this old like Spider-Man mobile, this old Cap figure where Cap looks really mad, and just some old board games and some like, this is obviously a knockoff Generations 1 figure, but just some random cool stuff like that. I actually found some of the old pads that I wore when I was doing mixed martial arts, so that was actually kind of fun. Yeah, there's a lot of random little finds. I know like this one here is mostly going to be mine. Some of the ones in the back will be mine. I think that bottom one is mine. This one's definitely Krista's, so she needs to go through that. But yeah, just got a lot of things to go through and clean up, but I think it's going to be a fun challenge and a fun project. This is cool. This is really cool.
It is.
This is very out of our comfort zone, but this is cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris and Alex are here, by the way. So I'm here very out of my comfort zone with a beer in a stadium. But guess who showed up? It's an Alex. It's a Krista. It's a plot twist. Woo! Hey everybody. Mom. Yeah. There's the pirate ship. It's so cool. But yeah. It's been what, like, let's say like 17 years since I've been here.
Nope, it's nope. I am the editor. So anyway, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, cool.
So we were in the Bucks Stadium and the Bulls lost. I didn't say the Bucks lost, even though we watched the game about the Bulls. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That footage will never be seen. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. Yeah, I just deleted. Don't worry. Anyway, this was a lot of fun, and Krista and Alice will be here for how many days?
A week. Josh, how did you like the Bucks game?
It was very good. I loved when they shot the cannons off of the obvious pirate ship. What do you think? Stop doing this!
Krista, Alex, I'm in the backseat of your car. You guys are driving. I'm alone. This sounds super familiar.
Yes.
We're gonna go see Halloween Ends Tonight.
Evil dies tonight!
So Sara is getting off work. She's gonna meet us there. I got a change of shirt for her. So yeah, we're all gonna see it. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I know Halloween Kills was a little controversial, let's be honest. I loved it. There were parts that I did think could have been done better. I do have some problems with the movie overall, but I thought it was a phenomenal movie. Halloween 2018 is the best Halloween sequel. I honestly like it. Honestly, more than Halloween 2. I think it's just phenomenal, so I am beyond excited. What about you guys? Thoughts, opinions?
Very excited.
Very excited. Watch him actually like not die at the end.
Again.
Plot
Yeah.
twist.
Thought it was a trilogy.
Okay, so in another 20 years, they'll reboot it. So instead of like H2O and people have been calling like Halloween 2018 H4O, because that was 20 years after H2O, which was 20 years after the first one. How funny would they be if they did a Halloween 6? That would be funny. Like Halloween 6-0, just 60 years later.
That would be, but
Jamie Lee Curtis still in it.
only
Yes, but she's in a wheelchair.
you
She
can't
still
have it
kills him.
without her.
She has okay, how cool would it be if she's like in a wheelchair, but she has like automatic shotguns and cybernetic weapons?
Can we take a moment and realize how stupid it was that in the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they had like one of the older characters come back, but it wasn't even played by the same actor, and also no one gives a because no one gives a about Texas Chainsaw.
So I actually found out why they couldn't bring back the original actress. She died.
Well, no, but
Why even bring her back?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
bring the original characters back for nostalgia. Who the is nostalgic for Texas Chainsaw? That's my question.
If you look at those movies, it's really just the first one that's good. The prequel to the remake's really good, but it's a prequel to a really bad movie. I agree with that. That Texas Chainsaw movie was bad. That was a cash in for the Halloween. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really was, honestly.
It had one good kill and that was it.
In Scream 5.
Scream 5 was phenomenal.
Scream 5 was wicked.
And we are referring to it as Scream 5 to avoid confusion because, you know, Scream and Scream. No, this is Scream 5. It's a great movie.
Well, I think they left it just called Scream because it's kind of like a reboot because now those girls are going to be in the next one.
I know, I'm excited. Yeah. A wild third up here. We're ready to go see the movie. Let's do this. Halloween. Wait, everyone, get in. So we just saw, Sarah, we just saw Halloween Ends. What do we think?
The movie should have ended sooner.
So yeah, this movie sucked.
It's so
Yeah,
bad.
I get it. You're trying to do John Carpenter's original idea of Halloween 2, but it did not work. It did not work. What are you doing with your face?
Halloween 3.
Oh, I would be down for a sequel to Halloween 3. That would be cool.
So I rode here with Chris and Alex, and Sarah met us here. You know, makes sense. And now I'm riding with my wife back home. We're gonna stop at McDonald's.
Wait, I transferred from Sarah to your wife. You said we met Sarah here, and now I'm going back with my wife.
Because you are Sarah, who is also my wife. Anyway,
Transition's weird.
I'm still mad at this movie. It could have worked. It could have worked. I'm going over it in my head. It's like it had so much
It
potential.
had so many opportunities to do it better, but it didn't.
Yeah, I'm okay with it taking so. Oh God, what was that?
I said I need a hero.
Okay,
Ah,
you just push one button in this car, and then okay.
it's a
So
butt feature, okay?
so in an earlier take, I combined the word button and feature and got butt feature.
No, I think you just shortened the word button. I just said butt feature instead of button feature.
The moral of the story is I don't English well.
No.
English is my second language.
And what's your first?
Tomfoolery, nerd. Anyway,
Dorkiness.
so I'm going over this movie. I actually retroactively hate Halloween Kills more because Halloween Kills had to make sacrifices for this movie to exist. We all knew that was a middle movie, so it had a few cuts to it, had a few things that it did wrong, but honestly, this movie kind of makes me hate Halloween Kills more because I'm like, oh, it's making sacrifices for the next movie. The next movie's gonna be really good. You know, I see in the next movie, I'm like, well, those sacrifices are terrible. It's like X-Men 2. X-Men 2 made a lot of sacrifices for X-Men 3. And when X-Men 3 came out, everyone was like, this is it. These are the sacrifices that were made. So that's how I feel with it. First one was really good. You're wearing yellow spandex.
Spandex.
I know, but
I'll show you
that's a
that
lie.
tonight.
Oh my, you're not gonna see that.
What's up, nerd? Do you know what today is? Your birthday! Yeah! Listen, I don't know if you need a facelift or something. You need to fix whatever's going on with that. I ain't dealing with Sarah, what is... Zooming in on your eyeball.
No news.
What? Do you know what's wrong with Krista? Do you know what's wrong with Krista, Mom?
Nothing. She's
You didn't see the face I saw. Oh wait, look at Coco, right behind you. She's being all cute and adorable. Hey Krista. SpongeBob, you just dated him. Oh no, you just cut into his brain. I'll take it.
Okay, so it's not half and half. It's like
So,
2 layers of vanilla, 2 layers of chocolate.
so Krista, this reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob when someone like opened up his head and saw his brain, and it was a bunch of tiny little sponge frogs running around.
Honestly, I remember that.
Good. Alright guys, so it's my sister's birthday, and it occurred to me I didn't show a single gift that she got, including what we got her. She got her a cool little Winnie the Pooh cell. That was, she loved it. That was really perfect for her. But,
Very nice find.
That's true, and we found it at a comic shop for like $5.
Yeah.
And we got a frame. It was really fun. Had to do a little cutting work to make it like really nice and presentable, but it was worth it.
Just clean it up a bit.
Yeah, a little touch up. Literally clean it like with a Q-tip. But I figured since I didn't show off any of her stuff, why don't I show off the stuff we bought over the last few days we didn't get a chance to show. We
Yeah.
have been a little on the busy side, so unfortunately some of this loot is a couple of, I want to say like at the most like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks old. But we have some cool finds, and I'm going to start off with Sara's find.
Yes.
Now, I am not currently reading Lore Olympus. I will eventually because I love my wife. But this is by Rachel Smith, and I did look through the art in here. You can see where Sara is right now in it. And yeah, this is really good. The colors are phenomenal. The art is really good. Beautiful use of colors and expressions. Now, I will admit the artwork is definitely a little more cartoony. It's not your traditional Western comics, and that's fine. Oh, no!
Did you just lose my bookmark?
I did! I am sorry. Wait, I think
Shame on
was it
you.
this page?
It was not.
No!
You're lucky I've already read that series, and I'm just kind of like going back through the blissful experience again. Okay,
Oh no!
like have like a cutout scene right here. Just be like technical difficulties.
No! Oh, by the way, this is her bookmark. And
Yes.
I got it for her at a Comic-Con years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this. So like I was saying, the art isn't your traditional Western comic, and that's fine. The characters are expressive, they're identifiable, the colors are beautiful. Definitely a series I really want to read, not just because my wife is telling me to, but because I'm genuinely interested in the series. It looks phenomenal. Beautiful expressions. Again, you can look at every page and easily and clearly read each emotion the characters are going through. And this is, again, by Rachel Smith. We're going to put a link in the description. Yeah, absolutely love it. And you found out, is this what got you into webtoons?
It is. It was actually a commercial on TV for this one, and I just thought, you know what? The art looks really interesting. Let's go ahead and check it out. And if you love the Hades Persephone storyline, or you've never even checked it out, it's a really good thing. It's a little different than what you normally run into. This one is sweet, it's cute, it's a little spicy at times, but it is so much fun.
But yeah, so really cool. And you know what? This is something that's fun because this is what got you into webtoons, and I really like how webtoons advertises their comics on TV and like on YouTube, because Marvel and DC advertise comic in other comic books. So how the heck are you going to know what's out if you don't read comics? It's really dumb. This is amazing. Check it out. And you picked this up at Target the same day I picked this bad boy up. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Batman fan. Obvious reasons are obvious. So Batman, of course, my favorite superhero, and unfortunately I don't have any of my other Batman figures out right now, but I did get a chance to pick up this figure here. This is the Lee Bermejo? There's the name? Bermejo. Look, just because my last name is Rodriguez doesn't mean I read it.
And just
It's a stereotype.
And just because your wife's white doesn't mean she can't speak it.
Exact. So yeah, this is based off of his design. What I love about his art, and here's an example, he does the painterly style that Alex Ross does, but he includes like the darker elements. Alex Ross definitely goes for more fantastical. He goes for more hyper realism. He acknowledges the dark grittiness of Gotham, and I really, really like his Batman design. Super phenomenal. I actually just picked up the Treasury book he wrote and illustrated. That was really good. I forgot to grab it for this video, but I also picked up a DC Multiverse 3 Jokers Batman. I finally found a really good deal on one where the yellow wasn't all messed up. I actually paid half price for that at a GameStop, and the yellow was perfectly intact on the chest, which was super awesome. And now we're just going to go into some of the random finds that I got, a combination of stuff from Works / stuff I ordered off of Amazon. I got a thing of tracing paper because I need some tracing paper because, well, I have tracing paper, but it's packed away somewhere that I have no idea where.
Yeah.
And then I also got a block of watercolor. So I went with the Blick brand, not because I work for, just because I work for Blick. I get a really good discount, but because, well, it was cheap and affordable and I get a really good discount. Either way, I have heard good things about them, so I'm really excited. I've never used a watercolor block before, so I thought, why not? And then just comparing the tracing paper, it's normal tracing paper, that doesn't matter. So if I really like this, I may get an Arches or a Winsor Newton watercolor block. We'll see. Can you pause it for a minute? And so with that said, that just leaves this box right here, which has a bunch of random stuff. I got another gray pack of Blick markers because I use way too much gray in my art. I have 2 full sets of the Blick gray markers and then 2 full sets of the Winsor Newton ones. Why? Because I use a lot of gray in my art. I use a lot of gradients, especially, you know, like those grays, getting those like shading in. So definitely a huge thing to have. And I've been using the Blick ones. I actually picked up a few before I got the job there, and they were really good, pretty high quality. Definitely a good alternative to Copics, and I genuinely am impressed by the quality of it. So I picked those up. But speaking of Copics, I did pick up quite a few Copics actually. So I grabbed I think it was a YG09 was the one that I was replacing, and then I added to my collection G09, Y19, RV29, Y6, and YR16. So 5 new ones and a replacement. And I did download the Copic app, which I really recommend. It's a great way to keep track of everything that you have. Super fun and awesome. And yeah, I did pick these at work. I also picked these 2 things up at work for Sarah, and if she likes them, then I may get some for myself. These are the Uniball. Now, I normally get the Uniball white gel pens, but here's a gold and a silver, both metallic. Really fun. I got to actually use these when I was working on a sign for work, and yeah, thought they were really cool to use, so picked those up. Also picked up a Daniel Smith McCracken Black, and this was normally sells for like $20, but I picked it up for $6.81. I thought that was a really, really good deal, so I got that. And yeah, I'm normally a half-pan watercolor guy, but I thought I'd just get a tube because really good deal, and I want to try some Daniel Smith. I also picked up a tube of gouache. This is by Ultratech, and this is their Series 1 Primary Red. So this was like $3. I thought, why not pick that up? Also picked up a Prismacolor Magic Eraser. So I really like the Tombow erasers, especially the black ones. They're really good. But I thought I'd give this one a try. A lot of people recommending this to me, and I thought, why not? I also got this. This is by Pilot, and this is the Versity. And this is a fountain pen. Really cool. In fact, you can actually pull this out and refill it when you run out of ink, which is super nice. I love the feel of this. I really, really liked the Zebra fountain brush pen. So, I'm sorry, the Zebra fountain pen wasn't brush pen. So I want to give this one a try, and it's really smooth. It writes really well. I really like the ink flow. A lot of actual good line variation, which I normally don't find with fountain pens, so I thought this was really, really cool. I also got some more blue lead. This is Soft Blue by Neon, and I really like it. It's definitely a really good alternative to the Penn & Teller Blue Lead. In fact, I kind of prefer this a little more. It's a lot lighter, it's easier to erase. Both leads are really good, but if I really had to pick, it would be this one, and this will eventually replace all of my Penn & Teller Blue Lead, which I will do a full review of at some point, including the red version, and then do a review on this and do a head-on comparison, which I think would be really cool. Super fun. I also picked this up. This is a drafting mechanical pencil, and the difference is that it actually holds a full thing of lead, which is pretty cool. This is actually smaller than an artisan mechanical pencil because that, like, the lead that goes in there is like full on like the size of a normal like pencil. So super fun. And to go with that, I did grab the last red lead sharpener that we sell. Look how tiny this is, Sarah.
That's really tiny.
Yep.
I don't say that to you very often.
I love you.
I love you.
Speaking of Penn & Teller, I did get Penn & Teller 2B07 lead because, well, always need some lead. I also grabbed some 4H lead. Now these are, I think these are 2, and this is actually the lead that goes into this pencil here. This is a HB, and that's just what it comes with. Also, like, you can adjust which lead you put in there, which I think is super nice and convenient. I also grabbed this, which is pretty familiar to you guys on the channel. This is when I made my custom watercolor set. Took a huge chunk for a vlog a couple months ago. I bought a second one so that I can actually make another custom watercolor set, this time of metallics and specialty watercolors. I think that'd be really cool. Here it is with all of the half pans in there. I'm actually going to pull this out again, but put some magnets in the back of it and try to attach it as a remove palette. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, these things are like, I want to say like $15, $17-ish dollars. They're worth it. And it does come with 48 half pans, but if you use the Winsor Newton half pans, which are a little thinner, they actually can fit up to 52, which is really, really nice. And the last 2 things in here are really cool. I love this. It's a foldable, and it's corked, so it's perfect for inking. This is by Helix, and most folding rulers fold this way, like this way, and I like how this one folds this way. And this is going to go in my bag as my little travel ruler, and then of course I'll have my normal small ruler, my drawing case, but this is going to take over as my long ruler that I need traveling. And the very last thing is a stylus pen. This is one that I actually been keeping on my bedstand because I like to do some sketches on my phone. And what's really nice about it, it charges, you don't even have to sync it with Bluetooth. and I love the fine point. I think it's a 1mm nib, so it's really fine and precise. I don't like normal styluses because I kind of feel like it's a guessing game with how thick the nibs are on those. But this one, really, really nice. Really recommend it. This was, by the way, who makes this? This is by Superfine Nib, unless that, yeah, that's just, you know, Superfine Nib and then stylus pen. That's the only thing on here as the brand. Let me double check. Yeah, no, it just says use your manual, so I guess that's the name of it. Anyway, this was like $10. It was on sale for the Amazon Prime deals, and I said, you know what? I'll get it for 10 bucks. I really like it. Definitely recommend it. I've had it for a bit, and I've been doing some layouts for my new future studio, so really excited about that. And that is pretty much everything that has come in that I purchased that I really want to talk about. Even if it's just real quick, like making another custom watercolor set, like finding a pen stylus that I really like, trying out some new gouaches, some pencil lead. I'm a huge nerd with pens and pencil lead. And so yeah, I definitely want to try these. So really fun stuff, and I just wanted to talk about it because I love art and I love, you know, I don't get a chance to do full-on dedicated reviews for every little thing. So I do like being able, through this vlog, to show off cool, fun little things in my life, but also to just be like, hey, here's what I think about this little thing. Here's what I think about this. So let me get my opinions out. And that's what I love about this vlog. And all of this is probably going to go back in this box. And then after that, I'm going to sort through it and make it all organized because everything has a home and a place. Also, she's filming because she's not wearing a bra.
I am wearing a bra. I'm just also reading the book behind the camera.
Dang it, Neil. I thought I could be sitting. Krista, Alex, and Sarah, are we doing something fun today? You had one. Krista, what are we doing today that's fun?
Disney.
We're going to Disney
didn't even get
for
the
your
ears.
birthday! Yeah! There we go,
There it is. The years.
So we're gonna have a fun day at Disney! Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Hey Sarah, zoom in on your eyeball. We are at Disney. We're gonna go in. Krista and Alex booked it because they have to go to the bathroom, but Mom and Dad are here.
We're part of the birthday squad.
Yeah, we're wearing our birthday squad shirts. I'm wearing it underneath my jacket because it's cold. And by jacket, I mean my Batman hoodie with my Batman backpack because I'm Beat-Me. Or guess what? It's Hollywood Studios. Oh wait, yeah, now you can see the sign. And here we all are. Guess what, Sarah?
What?
We're in Disney World. Yeah. So I got Bo Peep as my card.
I got R2D2.
Want to switch? Can we switch?
Nope, our fingerprints are put onto them.
No!
Son, rolling son, there's no need to be afraid of. Crispy, I'm a hot potato.
Hey, Alex, I have a bad feeling about this.
It's a trap.
The odds are 75.3 to 1. I totally made that number up, but that sounds right. Dude, it's a whole X-Wing. Hey, Krista, do you know why X-Wings have to do the X for the wing?
No.
So those blasters, according to Star Wars lore, they heat up too much to be close together. So when it goes into firing mode, it goes into the X formation, so the blasters are further apart to have maximum firepower without worrying about damaging each other.
Cool.
Yeah, there's actually an in-lore reason. That is so cool. That is the cool. Oh my goodness. This is so cool. Dude, hey, guys. Alex, this feels like you're in the world of Star Wars. This is so cool. Yo, this is amazing. That is the coolest thing ever. That's awesome. Alex, we're gonna get us some blue milk today. All right, gonna try blue milk for the first time.
They said that not. I don't think they.
Definitely an acquired taste. I like it though. It's good.
We're getting a bird trim after that.
Hold up the Coke. That is the coolest thing. I love it. It's so cool. It's so Star Wars-y. I have one in my backpack. I'm gonna save it for later.
Go.
Check this out. Custom lightsaber.
Oh, goodness.
Good. I didn't want to get away. So one thing I love about this, push this button and you get two. I love this so. This is what I wanted the first time we came. A double-sided, a light staff that's also a crossguard, and now I have it. This is amazing, and I'm a nerd who is married. I just want it to be known. Sometimes I have to remind myself, but this is so cool. It's Gertie the dinosaur. This is so cool. Ah, man, I watch animated shorts. I studied this in college. This is so cool. I love it. This is amazing. I just love Winsor McKay. Just father of animation, one of the greatest just artists of his generation, and this is a great way to commemorate that. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. Oh, I wish I could have got an ice cream out of it, but I'm glad we saw it. This is beautiful. You can see the smoke coming out of her nose and her eyes. This is so cool. Listen. I spent several semesters studying this. This is literally the coolest thing. Please feel free to pause it right now to read. Winsor McKay, just an amazing animator, and Gertie the Dinosaur is just one of the first animated characters of all time. And just the story behind this is amazing. Alex. We're in the millennium. We can play 3D chess. This is so cool. We're waiting to get into it. But look, that's where you play 3D chess. It's so cool. So we had a fun day of adventure, loot, amazement, rides, and I just have to say one thing.
Why does that look blue on the camera?
I don't know why it looks blue, but you know what we're gonna say real quick? Goodbye, Hollywood Studios. We are most definitely coming back because the Rodriguez family had way too much fun here.
Oh, way too much.
Good night.
Okay.
Okay, Sarah, you're gonna have a churro for a real one.
Talk about don't.
Go ahead. Dip it. Yeah. Come on.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. All right. You ready? Oh. Go ahead. It's official. You've become a Rodriguez now. Welcome to the family. Hey, guess what? I'm just hanging with my boo. Right there. Oh my goodness. Alex, what are we doing? What movie we watching?
Not Halloween Ends.
Yeah, because that movie sucked. You know what we are watching instead?
Someone's going to change the hierarchy of the DC universe.
We're going to watch Black Adam, Dad, with the Justice Society. Now, Sarah, this AMC is the one that Dad and Mom used to take us to all the time. There are so many fun memories, so many hilarious things that have happened in this theater. It is incredible. Krista, this is the theater we watched the original Daredevil movie in.
Oh yeah, it is.
We have and Shark Boy and Lava Girl. We watched so many movies here, it's crazy. That's why this is on the official Josh and Sarah cross off to go visit list. Isn't that right?
Huh? Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so it occurred to me that it's been a few days and I haven't filmed anything and I have some loot. So first off, Krista and Alex got home safe. It was really awesome having them here. Really enjoyed Krista's birthday. We had a blast at Disney. But unfortunately, they took Mr. Woody with them. And I love that little dude, and I miss him so much. But I'm going to go with some loot that I picked up, along with showing you guys in depth the lightsaber that I created. I had a really specific vision for this, and I think it'd be really cool. I also turned off the fan so I don't smack myself in the face again, because when this is extended and it's really tall, you will hit the fan, and then it will come back and smack you. So I don't want that to happen. But starting off, I did pick up some new nibs. This is by Speedball, and this is a 101 nib, so it has a very flexible, soft nib. I'm really curious to see how that's going to work. I really like the shape with this too, and I thought it'd be really good for just doing some really cool line art. Speaking of line art, I also picked up some Fineliners. So I picked up a Micron Purple 01, a 02 Blue, and then a 005. I thought it'd be fun to actually experiment with some of the energy effects I wanted to try, and I thought it'd be nice to have at least a few colored ones. Now, normally I stick with Micron Exist cartoonists for my Fineliners. Even Copic, like they make really, really good Fineliners, but they are super expensive. These ones, however, were pretty affordable and pretty high quality from what I've heard. I did check the website and they are waterproof. This is Elite 10, and I picked up a red and two greens, a dark green and a light green. They unfortunately only have one pen size. Looking at it, it kind of looks like either 01 or 02, so I thought that'd be fun just to try. So that is those right there. And then I also picked up some brushes today. I'm going to save the one that looks the weirdest and the one I'm the most excited for last. So I picked up this one here, which is pretty interesting. This is a Fix-It, and it feels like a really packed, condensed brush. So I'm really curious to see what what I can do with this. This really feels more like a texture brush, and this is a size 2. I did pick up 2 liners. This one is a 10 out of 0, pretty interesting, and this one's a 2, so 2 different sizes. The liner ones look like a lot of fun, and I think it'd be really fun to try some cool stuff with them. Definitely will help with some of the painting problems I'm having doing outlining, so really excited to give those a try. Then I also picked up a round blender 6. Thought it'd be really fun to help create some fur textures into Blender, so do some blending there. But this one here, this is a Derfoot, and I thought it'd be really fun to try. It's D-E-R-F-O-O-T, so Derfoot or Deerfoot maybe, I'm not sure. Either way, I really like the feel of this, and I think it's gonna be really fun to do like a fur texture. And the last one is pretty interesting. This is a Petals. Yeah, Petals. It looks like a dip pen. Like, I really like the look of this brush. We got them in shop by mistake. We weren't supposed to get these, so we had them discounted, and I thought, you know what, why not? I'll give it a try. This is by Voltouch, and I've tried one of the brushes before, and I really liked it, so I thought, let's go ahead and give it another try. So those are the brushes, those are the Fineliners, the nib, and now I really want to go into the lightsaber, so let's go ahead and do that. So this is my lightsaber concept, and if you remember way back when I showed off my original custom lightsaber, I want to say I got that one like almost 6, maybe 7 years ago. This is what I was attempting. So when I first got them, you could only do a double where it was the normal length. This is a light staff, otherwise known as a double, but it's a crossguard double, and this is the concept I'm super happy. So first off, the way I imagine this lightsaber would work is this blade is almost never used. Like, it's almost like having just a normal crossguard with a long hilt, which those lightsabers do exist. So it does turn on, which is super cool, and you can actually turn this one on too. But originally, if you're kind of like dueling, you're only using this blade because it's long, you're able to do a few more techniques. And I'm gonna turn it off because it's probably too loud. But then when the fight gets a little too intense, then you can turn on the second emitter and use it as a double. Now, I didn't do a double crossguard. I felt like that would have been a little too much, but just the single one really looks good. And also something that's nice, you can push this button and split into 2. So that's kind of how I imagine this lightsaber would work for the Jedi. That if I was a Jedi or like a Jedi in Star Wars universe would use it, just a normal crossguard lightsaber that's a long body that has a surprise secondary blade and then can split into 2 blades so you can use them simultaneously. Now, the actual blade itself, it is a crossguard, but it has parts from Darth Maul's lightsaber and then Darth Vader's lightsaber. I went with the black middle because black, I really like the look of it. It's one of my favorite colors and things to use on the inker. And I also want the Darth Maul emitter. I wanted to do like a stinger. I think Count Dooku has a stinger on his, but they didn't have that unfortunately, but I still like how this one looked. And overall, this is really the concept I wanted. When I first went to Disney and made a custom lightsaber, you could only do a double if it was single. They didn't have this adapter yet, and the second one wouldn't light up. So that kind of sucked, and they didn't even have crossguards. They only had the normal lightsaber blade. So being able to finally, and I do mean finally, craft a lightsaber blade that I want, that it's a double, that it's a crossguard, it's so cool. Now this is, I think this was $46 or $47 double, and I think it was $37 for a single. Either way, it was just a $10 difference for a literal second lightsaber. I thought that was awesome, so it was a no-brainer, and it really was exactly what I wanted. So cool. I have my original one packed up somewhere, but eventually I would like to put both of them on the wall. One day I might make a $300 one, probably not anytime soon, but maybe in the future, we'll see, because that would be something really cool. It's something me and Alex want to do, but me and him made our own lightsabers. He went with a normal crossguard. Here's a picture of us together, but yeah, this is so much fun, so let's go ahead and I would like it to be known I'm an adult with a job and a wife. There's hope for me, there's hope for you.
Something really fascinating I would like to say. When it's not turned on, it looks green, like it should. But when you turn it on in this, it looks ice blue. I don't know if that'll still look the same or not.
That's interesting. So I will say this, I'm gonna take this apart real quick. So if you unscrew the top and turn on the emitter, it's just white. And since they're LEDs, they have a slight blue tint, and that one's not fully calibrated, so that honestly might be why. And by the way, if you do have other custom lightsabers, you can easily take these apart and switch the parts together. So like the one that I made years ago would actually be compatible, and now that I took the blade off, this is how I imagine it would look normally. So you're doing, you know, your normal sword, you got the long body, and then you turn on the second. I love it, it's so cool. I don't even know if you can see me with the light being off, but yeah, I absolutely love this. And you could have made a double crossguard. I decided not to. The only thing that that does suck is I wish they had cross guards for all colors. They only had green and red, which as far as I know are the only on-screen appearances of a cross guard lightsaber, because there's one in Rebel and then of course Kylo Ren's unstable lightsaber. So I wish they had a blue one. My original plan was to go with the blue, but I still like green. I think it worked. And yeah, that is the lightsaber. Absolutely love it. This is a really fun memory that me and Alex made. I just need to find a place to store this. I might have to put this in the closet. Either way, I am. Can you turn it off?
Yes, I did get a haircut, and yes, I do feel handsome. But today is a very special and fun and kind of important day because I actually got a chance to partner up with PetSmart to create a special promotion poster for one of their charities. They are partnering, and just to make sure I get the name right, I'm going to put it right here because I know I will mess it up. I'm sorry, guys. Reading is not my specialty, but I got a chance to partner with them and actually create a poster for their toy drive. It's really cool. So I did make a special poster. We got the prints right here. It was actually done by Office Depot, which prices did go up the last time I had stuff printed from them, which kind of sucked, but you know what? I'm doing this at cost, so I'm cool with that because not only am I getting my art on display in a store, but more importantly, we're really going to help bring awareness to this charity and help these kids who are getting these toys because they're recovering from cancer. Some of them have cancer. It's a really cool charity, and I'm really happy to partner with PetSmart to do that. I got the foam board in the back, so we're going to go in, get it all set up, put up. The only reason I've been vlogging too much about it is because with Krista coming over, we had a lot of a week where we really couldn't really work on it or get things printed, and then the week before I spent some time working on it. I had to have a lot of back and forth with the store managers to make sure it was good and it was approved and they like it, and they loved a lot of my initial sketches, so that helped make it easier. I really broke it down into different things that they could choose, like different box types, different silhouettes, different animals, different bars, so they really liked it. We put it all together. You saw the final image, did some cleanups. It came out really good, so now we're gonna go put it up. All right, poster number 1 is set up. We got the mat board, we got it taped, we got it attached. It's looking good. It's only $5, but it's going to an awesome cause. Now we need to get the second poster up. And poster number 2, right above. It came out looking so good. And what's this? A plot twist. Yeah, she's the reason why I was able to do this, so high five. But seriously though, this is awesome. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad your boss likes it. More importantly, it's going to an awesome cause, and I can't wait to just see how it all turns out. It's going to be amazing. Guess what? You still sound very bad, not gonna lie.
I do.
But
I feel better.
that's true, you do feel better. But guess what today is? The 30th anniversary of one of my favorite movies of all time, and they're doing a one-night showing of it in theaters. We're gonna go get our tickets now. Are you excited?
Very.
Yes!
Especially since I pointed it out today.
That is true. So good eye on you, and we're gonna go have fun.
Yeah. You don't want to see that? I'm ashamed of you.
You know what I have to say to that? Always check your candy. That's such a cool kill. And it's a real lollipop. I love it. So what have we learned?
You're an idiot, and I love you.
I thought you were gonna say you married a child.
I did marry a child.
Do you want to tell them, or do you want me to?
You go ahead. I can't.
You need to stop smoking those cigarettes.
I remember when they first invented chocolate. Shout out to Mikey.
So, oh, there's just a random cat. What the heck?
That's the most random thing tonight. Okay.
There's just a random little cat.
That's the most random thing.
No, me doing a full-on SWAT cartwheel flip roll.
Like a barrel roll. You know, have y'all ever seen Mocha? Whenever he tries to do that, yeah.
I did that.
He did it.
I did that.
He did it.
Hey, I got a compliment, and you know what? Next time I'll make sure the guy's filming. We're gonna skip over everything that just happened, but yeah, I loved it. It was awesome getting to see this movie on the big screen in theaters. Just absolutely insane. You know, there's one thing to watch a movie on TV. No matter how big your TV is, it's never gonna fully recreate the feeling of a movie theater. And so.
COVID made everybody remember movies. Awesome.
Oh yeah, and I grew up like watching movies. My parents would always take me to the movies. Like, it's just such a fun memory for me. I love going to the movies. So
Nostalgia.
yes, exactly. Now I'm gonna ask you what your first experience with this movie was. I'm gonna go first though. So this movie, it's one of those movies that I love, and not the nicest thing to do, but when I was a little kid, I wanted to watch this movie, and I think I was 15 at the time. We went to a Savers. If you guys know what Savers is, it's a thrift store, and they had the tape, like literally the VHS for it. I wanted to see it. My dad said no. I switched it with, I want to say, the original Bela Lugosi one. I could be wrong. Don't do that. That was really mean of me. But I ended up watching it, and I fell in love with the movie. Just so many great little details, and watching it again just all the little details that I missed before that now I know. Just so like how they did the effects, the fact they actually double exposed the film, the fact that they have the theater that Bram Stoker worked at, just the attention to detail. And now knowing the novel, like knowing the fact that it is probably the most accurate version of it. Now, they do take liberties, they do directly parallel Vlad the Impaler, but you know what? It's still an amazing movie. And just getting to see it in theaters is insane, because there are so many great movies that I would love to see in theaters and like on the big screen. And it's one thing to watch it on TV. No matter how big your TV is, you just can't recreate the feeling of a movie.
Unless you're Bill Gates and you own a movie theater.
That's true. Does he actually own a movie theater?
Well, he probably owns one of everything.
Probably. You know, if I was Bill Gates, I would too.
Seriously.
Let's be real. Jeff Bezos definitely does.
Houses. I mean, if they put a theater in their house, I'd go ahead and buy a theater.
That's true. That's a good point. The moral of the story is this was awesome, and if you guys got to watch it, you know, that's awesome. If you missed it, I hope they do it again. Aliens is a movie, and Alien and Aliens are two movies that I absolutely want to see in theaters. Trick or Treat's one. I know that one's making its rounds. We're going to try and go to the Dawn of the Dead screening that they have at the end of this month, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that was my first little exposure to the movie and just my thoughts on it. Sarah, go ahead.
I was a huge fan of the books growing up. I read it several times. I know I sound probably like old Dracula right now. Sorry. But especially after that kind of story right there. You know?
Oh yeah.
He sounded a bit like this. But my exposure was mainly the novel as a kid, as a teenager and young adult. I really, really loved it, and honestly, watching the movie, I love seeing all. Like how Josh said, it is so good to the movie. It does take liberty, but it does so tastefully. It doesn't do it just to do it. It does it to add in just a little bit of spice. If you know the original novel, you'll see them. If you don't know the original novel, it's just an awesome add-in. It's so flush with it. They did it amazingly. It's my turn to talk. I saw you get ready to say something. Yeah. It's really, really good. I really love it. And a lot of the movie magic, the special effects that they do in that movie, I personally, I know you're with animation and graphic design and all that, but my heart still goes for that movie magic, that special effects, that real effects, that you have to really get creative and really think outside the box.
All the in-camera stuff.
Yes, I love those. Whenever they did the special, like the filming over and all this kind of filming it backwards, just all these different ways that they could manage to do all these things. I loved it, and the creativity in this really holds up even for its time, and I don't think it can ever.
It's amazing. So.
Oh, but it also, this is my first time seeing the movie. I know, I read the book. I don't know how many times I've never
really
seen. Not this one.
Well, wait, this Dracula?
Yeah, not this Dracula. I've never actually watched it.
Okay, yeah. So, really?
Yeah, it's my first.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love this movie. It is just one that it struck a chord with me, and it still strikes that chord, and I love it. And just picking up on what you said, you know, you can watch the movie, and there's only one thing that's distracting if you don't know the book, and that's just the blue flames, which signals where he buried his treasure. That's the only thing I think is distracting. Besides that, everything else, it's just like awesome little things where it's like, oh my god, it's like a nerd movie moment, like the Marvel movies. They do really good little Easter eggs in the background, or like little one-liners. But also the fact that, you know, this was filmed in camera. This was filmed with double exposure, with reverse photography. Like, the fact that pretty much every effect, excluding a few, there are a few that were added later on, but they're very, very few and far between. A lot of them were actually painted on the cell too, which is insane. They painted on the frames to do some of the effects. Just absolutely gorgeous.
I love how they did the things. And honestly, how was that effect? Do you know how they did it?
I don't know how they did it.
They actually had them grow like right in frame. I don't know if they may take it frame by frame and add more or something or what.
I don't know how they did that specifically. I imagine it probably was like some makeup that they, like really high quality makeup, like how they make the fangs, like where you can lift up on with your tongue and push them down. They're like those retainers that they make. It may have been like a very advanced version of that. I don't know.
The scene that pops out for me was Lucy, I think, whenever she was like, but yeah, it came from like the angle like right here where the camera is, and it was actually pointed up into the roof of her mouth. So
and you saw the
so you would have seen the
It could have been a really good dummy. Like, there's one dummy in Dawn, I think it's Day of the Dead?
There's a lot of dummies in the Dead.
No, like, it's like the opening zombie. It's an animatronic dummy. And I thought it was just an actor in really good makeup. I think it's Day. I could be wrong. It's the third Dead film. That opening zombie is an animatronic, and it's so seamless. You would never know. So it could have been a really, really good animatronic. I don't know how they did that effect.
I doubt that for the day, like for the time it was made.
That's I don't know. That would be my first instinct, but I could be completely wrong. We're gonna look that up when we get home.
And if anybody knows the answer to it, drop it down here.
Yeah, definitely leave it in the comments, because I know a lot of how they did the effects, but not everything. Like, I know there were some digital effects they did. I know there were some, like, they couldn't actually do the double exposure that they wanted, so, and it's very few and far between, and it's not even distracting. Like, you think it would be jarring, but no, it blends seamlessly. I know the movie was supposed to originally just be called D. Yeah, that was weird. and it was actually meant to be a much more lower budget film. It was meant to be very minimum sets, very minimum acting, like almost like a stage play. Which I'm glad they didn't, because oh man, like the way, like it's Tim Burton, like you love his style, you love how he goes crazy. Francis Ford Coppola, love how he went crazy, love how he introduced this over the top style. It fits so well visually in this world. I loved it. We've been talking for almost 8 minutes straight, so let's go ahead and wrap this up with final thoughts. You first.
Blah, blah, blah.
Romanian.
He didn't know that Transylvania was a real place. I still can't get over that. We actually had this conversation. Was it before or after we got married? It was after we got married. Because I thought, what the heck did I do? He didn't realize that Transylvania was actually a real place.
Hear me out. No, let me finish. So, let me defend myself. When is Transylvania ever mentioned? Is it ever in the news? Is it ever mentioned in the textbook? You know when Transylvania is mentioned? With vampires. And if you read a lot of comics, you know there are fictional cities and continents and like countries, so like Latveria that Doctor Doom rules, or Gotham City. Like, I thought it was just like a fictional, because I've never heard of Transylvania. No one ever says, hey, I'm from Transylvania, or, hey, I'm going to visit Transylvania. No, you hear Transylvania when you mention vampires and Dracula. So I thought it was just one of those things. I never took a geography class.
Did you know that the Loch Ness?
Yeah, but I know Scotland is real,
Scotland.
and Loch.
I didn't say Scotland. I said the Loch Ness.
I know Loch. Okay, I know that's real because that was featured on like Monster Hunter and like documentaries that I'll watch as a kid. Like, I knew that was real.
So they'd go after the Loch Ness monster, but they wouldn't go after. Dracula.
Well, I knew Dracula wasn't real. Like, I know vampires aren't real.
But the Loch Ness monster.
No, the Loch Ness monster ain't real. If there was, keyword was, it probably like died out like 80 years ago. The only reason people talk about Loch Ness monsters because King Kong was a thing in the 20s.
Yeah, but you never hear about Loch Ness in any kind of news thing or nothing like that. You're driving. You better turn off the camera.
Oh no, this is for the bit. We're actually moving, guys. Okay, this is actually dangerous. I'm gonna stop.
It'd be so much fun to do resin art.
Just go cross-eyed. What? I just dropped the pen. What the? I just look at the camera. I'm not even looking at you, but I just see boo. So I was going to make a quick clip because I decided to do some swatching. So I swatched all my metallics finally, reorganized all my watercolors. I got that finished up, but I figured, you know what? I bought some new type of pens and I thought I'd give them a try. Now, one of them I knew wasn't going to be waterproof. It was just like a little gel pen. I just kind of wanted to see what happened because I've never seen what happens when you get a gel pen wet. Now I do. But I decided to test these. These are Le Pens, as Sarah has told me they are called because they're French and very fancy. L-E-P-E-N. We think they're French and fancy. Now, these pens say that they're waterproof on the website. Turns out they are not, which really sucks because I was digging this red, I was digging these green. Thank you, Dad. Look at you wearing that shirt that Krista got you for Christmas. Yeah. So.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were saying that.
You thought he was talking to me?
Yeah. That's what we did.
That's okay.
I don't want to be so mushy on camera, like other people are going to see that. He's a bad guy. He's not nice at all.
Oh no, we got it on film.
We got it.
You know
this is just gonna be my ringtone now. So these pens are not waterproof, which sucks because I was really digging the shade of red because the Micron red, it's a little more pinkish than I would have liked. And I was really digging these greens. I wanted to do something with like Gluttony's Drool because it's not acidic, but it definitely is like a little, like, it's not like acid like a xenomorph's blood, but definitely is a little acidic there, so I want to do something with that. Unfortunately, I can't because I use a lot of alcohol markers when I color. Of course, I use watercolor on top of that. And let's not forget that, you know, I'm an inker and I do a lot of ink washes, so that sucks. So here's my question, Sarah. Do you want these pens?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that was the ear that was pierced.
I got a new piercing.
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm so sorry. You know what? We're just gonna slide that up right there. Oh, slide that one right there. And we're gonna slide that one there too. Alright, I'm going to be sleeping on the couch tonight. Goodbye, guys.
Look,
I love you
and your
too.
dad does it too.
Yeah. This is my job. I love it. Look at us back at it again at another movie. And it's not a new release because this time we are watching Dawn of the Dead, the original. So it's part of a special like 3-4 night showing. I can't wait. I love this movie. I can't wait to see it. This you have not seen this, right?
Not yet. And the fact that we're going to go see Halloween night, awesome.
George Romero, the father of the modern. His last few movies, you know, not that good, but his first 3, cult classics. Let's do this.
Where is it? Mississippi
I don't know.
or Alabama? No,
I
I
don't-
mean, where's Sam's from?
I don't know where Sam is from. Here's the funny part. I was gonna make a funny joke, but this is funnier.
Okay, yeah.
So
no.
2 of our closest friends.
Well, you. Hold on a second. Let me do that
So
one.
2 of our closest friends. This isn't working. So guess what?
What?
We had an amazing. That was my elbow. Ah! Every time we need my camera to be at a better. Every time we need my camera to be at a better angle, we always prop your phone under it. So I need 2 phones, one for the one.
Honestly,
look, I
no.
can't sing.
Hey,
I can't sing.
Anytime we need a better angle, trust me, I know we gotta get a prop.
Anyway, so this is. I wasn't actually gonna slap you. I was gonna like, but then that would be mean. So I'm just.
Oh yes,
like,
yes,
look,
yes. You would never slap me too hard. Never would you?
You know, let's
Never.
not get the camera. So let's clean this up. Clear my name.
You gotta
Context.
cut this whole thing.
Context. I'll be slapping that ass way too hard. But to be fair,
Too many times.
that jiggle
Let me-
is hypnotizing.
Let me ask you, if somebody goes and smacks your ass really, really hard, enough that like your muscles clench and your butt's like, you know, one time, okay, maybe too hard. Second time,
I don't know.
okay, thinking maybe like me a little spoof. 3 to 4 times,
At
you
least
ain't
you didn't
doing it
say
by
a day.
accident anymore.
Say a day.
Yeah, less than a day apart.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. That
And then
hit-
also when you get
listen,
smacked in the face with an item too. I mean, like from like that far away, full on, just whop, enough that it was wet washcloth, enough that the water hits the wall behind you.
Wait. I didn't mean to hit you. I'm sorry. But let me finish. First off, Sarah is 0.1% black, and that 0.1% black is in her ass. Like, yeah, I could slap.
0.01% black, honey.
I could slap that thing. It jiggles for. I mean, like, let's say that. So first off, listen, we all know that thick white women are my weakness. Let's be real. Second of all, you just can't go you are thick. Look at it. So second of all, this is the important part, is that I was in the shower trying to wash and dry, and then who kept opening the thing, and I didn't want to get sick, and then I saw you going that way, so I was going to have it throw a wet washcloth on the back of your head, but you turned, and then it hit you in the...
Because I heard him open up the thing. I heard him open up the shower curtain. So obviously, if you hear that, you're going to turn to look, and his hand is about that far from my face. And he
I didn't
throws the
expect you to turn.
Throws the
I didn't think
washcloth.
you would turn.
Why would you still throw it that hard?
I was
on my head?
in the motion, the middle of throwing.
You're not throwing a ball. I was like a foot away from you. It
No,
smacked
you
my
were
face.
3 feet away with my original calculations. You were 3 feet away. I had
Boy,
to
you
go-
can't do math.
We all know I can't.
Original calculations, my ass.
Look, I took the calculations, I did the risk, I took my odds, I'm just bad at math.
Exactly. He hit my face with the washcloth so hard. The water was on the back wall behind me, like 4 feet away. On the
Well,
other
you know.
side of yes, it went up my nose.
Dude, the funny part was, she was laughing so
I
hard.
couldn't breathe.
I thought she was having a seizure, and I was really... Now, keep in mind, I am in the shower, I'm naked, everything's hanging out. Yeah, I look at that, I'm like, dang, man, I gotta get all dry, I gotta put the towel on, I gotta carry her out, the towel's gonna fall.
My
I'm gonna be,
allergies,
like-
I've never had bad allergies like this. This is the best I have sounded for about a week. Literally,
they know.
I could barely
They
breathe.
know.
Yeah, I could barely breathe. And I'm laughing so hard that even normally I probably would have just been wheezing at that point, you know? If I hadn't just got off the toilet, I probably would have peed all over myself. I was laughing so hard. But then it was like...
He's like, are you okay? I'm like,
I'm like, knock if you can breathe.
and I'm like smacking the counter. I'm like, I can't
I
breathe.
literally thought you were having a seizure. So, we were going to talk about the movie.
Oh yeah.
So, this is your first time watching Dawn of the Dead. This
Yes.
is my first time watching it in theaters. I've watched this movie a ton of times.
That was a very sudden, like, okay.
Well, I realized we spent 4 minutes talking about your ass and talking.
Is it my, let's talk about your ass.
It's a nice ass.
I know it is.
Let's be real. Listen, if I didn't wear baggy pants, I have to get a sting.
I'll tell you
Now,
what.
you have seen it. Now, with that said, though, I absolutely love seeing this movie. Now, it was in 3D, and it originally wasn't released in 3D, but a lot of the elements worked really well for it. It was, it wasn't like the red and blue 3D. It was like the more modern stuff. It worked really well. It had a great depth. I loved it, and you know what? They may have digitally altered a few things to make it a little more extreme, but it was a great way to view it. I think they're doing it for the rest of the week. I thought it ended at Halloween, but the guy said they're still playing it, so it must have been really good. But there was only like 4 people?
Yeah, it was us, and then, there was us and 2 other people.
Yeah,
like, 2 of the
so-
single people came. We were the only couple.
Yeah. Because we're also the youngest people there.
This is true.
Now, I am a huge fan of George Romero. His first 3 zombie movies are amazing, phenomenal. Land has problems, could have been really good. Diaries suck. And you know what? Survival could have been really good if it had a better writer. I don't know what. I think he had the Frank Miller where just like in his later years, something like just came loose. But his first 3 are just amazing. They are phenomenal. We're definitely going to go home. And probably tonight, if you're up for it, I would be down for watching Night of the Living Dead. That is like the one that started it all,
So-
and eventually we will have to watch.
So if I'm
Me
up
and
for it, you'll be down for it? Do we use that?
I am down for watching a movie if you're up for it.
So if I'm up, you're down?
Yes. Insert
That answers a
your
few
own
questions.
6
That answers a few
6 to
questions
9
right
joke
there.
right there. Let's just do 6.
Nah, I mean, who's up and who's down? Who's top of the
So anyway, the moral of the story is this was super awesome. I hope you guys got a chance to watch the movie in the theaters. And happy Halloween to everyone. Now, it is the last day of the month. Anything you want to kind of just say real quick to wrap up this vlog?
Blah, blah, blah.
I do not say blah, blah, blah.
It's for you!
Romanian. You gotta get the tongue in the back. Romanian. The Dracul.
I'll get the dog in the back.
Alright, we need to stop. Mikey watches